Weapons are a huge part of GTA Online. If we didn't have weapons, I mean, imagine that. It just wouldn't be GTA. We're gonna go over the best must-have weapon in each category. So you have a full like loadout, like the best explosive, the best shotgun, the best light machine gun, best AR, etc. And by the end of this loadout, you should be ready for any type of situation you encounter in GTA. Let's do this in order and start from the handgun. So the number one handgun you want to use is the AP pistol. It's my absolute go-to if I want to shoot rapidly out of a vehicle. Some people prefer the micro SMG for shooting out of a vehicle, but personally I go with the AP pistol always. It just seems a bit better. The AP pistol is the fastest shooting pistol in the game. Obviously it's rapid fire, it's automatic unlike semi-automatic pistols, which is what most pistols are in the game. So just that alone makes it really effective, and if you put extended mags on it, you can have 36 rounds before you have to reload again, which is a solid amount. You could definitely get a kill in that time, or with that number of rounds, unless you miss like every shot. Very good pistol, highly recommend it. Now the only other pistol you would really want that's a must is the Atomizer, which is anything but a regular functioning pistol. If you don't know what it is, basically if you shoot it, it makes everything in the small vicinity of it go flying. So if you shoot a car with it, the car is gonna just get hit back like some supernatural energy just hit it. That's the best I could describe it, but it's a very different pistol than the AP pistol or just any other pistol in the game. It's mainly a useful / trolling pistol because you can either make people go flying, or let's say for example you get your car stuck in a tree or just stuck somewhere, you can get out the car, shoot the car, and then the car can lose its way out of there and then you can drive it again. This pistol is only for specific situations and specific needs. Moving on to the machine gun category, this is a crucial one just because in this one is my go-to weapon for any regular gunfight, as in more or less the medium range type gunfights. It is the Combat MG Mark II. Now the Mark II version is a special type of version of a weapon. You can't just go in a store and buy it regularly. Basically it's an upgradable weapon, so you do need a special weapon workshop for it, which honestly there's a lot of. You can get it in the agency, in your MOC, in your arena, in your bunker, just a whole lot of different places. But once you upgrade it to the Mark II version, it makes it pretty monstrous. It's got very high damage considering it's just an automatic machine gun. You can definitely feel each shot is pretty powerful, and because it's a Mark II weapon, it has special upgrades to it as well. The special type of ammo you can put in the magazines of it really sets it apart from everything else, and it makes it more powerful overall. You can equip, as an example, incendiary rounds, which is my personal favorite. It makes it where some of the enemies that you shoot actually go up on fire and burn. It's definitely a pretty brutal one. There's also the armor piercing one, which does increase damage to body armor, which is actually a very useful one, and there's some other really good ones. Make sure you check them out, not only for this one, but just for all Mark II weapons we mentioned in this video. That's by far the main thing I like about the Mark II weapons, where you just have so much customization with them that just make all the other weapons just super boring. Also, something I really like about this weapon is each magazine is very big. Like, it definitely takes a while before you need to reload again, especially if you put the extended magazine on it. Then it's like 200 bullets or something, which is an absurd amount. If you don't have the extended one, it's still a lot of bullets. You can put liveries on it, so you can really customize this weapon. There's a lot more things to check out that are cool and useful for it. The only downside you can think of when it comes to this weapon is, I guess, two things, but technically one. The first one is kind of a downside. It's the recoil of it, which can be a little too much sometimes, but only if you use it in long range, which is why I said you should probably use this in more or less medium range gunfights. For more long range ones, there's other weapons, so don't use it for long range. And the second one, which is not going to be a problem for some people, is it's a bit more expensive than your average weapon. Each attachment is going to be more expensive, and also the ammo is more expensive as well. I believe it's like a few to a couple hundred for each round or magazine, which is a bit more on the expensive side, but honestly you gotta expect it with a weapon this good. But if you have a lot of money, it doesn't really matter for you. And then we have the AR class, which is crucial for a lot of people because a lot of people's main weapon is an AR. I'm personally less of an AR guy just because my main weapon is in the machine gun category, but for this one I recommend the Assault Rifle Mark II, which is, yeah, it's just called the Assault Rifle. I know, very unique name. The Assault Rifle Mark II, which is basically the AK, or another really popular one to use is the Special Carbine Mark II. They're both solid AR options. You know, they have pretty much the same customization as the Combat MG Mark II, with the different types of special ammo. Just for each magazine, it's going to be about 60 rounds, which is not bad. I mean, it's an AR, it's not like a machine gun, which is a bit heavier and can carry way more bullets in each magazine. Something about them is they actually have less recoil than the Combat MG Mark II, which is a big plus for a lot of people. If you compare the Mark II Combat MG LMG with these two ARs. It's kind of a trade-off whether you want less recoil but way less bullets in each round and stuff like that when you usually compare LMGs with ARs. Let's go into the sniper category, which is a big one for everybody, honestly. The best one is obviously the precision rifle. Alright, no, I'm clearly joking. Don't take that seriously. The best one is the Heavy Sniper Mark II. The precision rifle is terrible as of right now, so stay away from it. So the Heavy Sniper Mark II, by far the most powerful sniper in the game, no debate. As you can probably guess, it is a Mark II weapon, so it does have a lot of great customization, just like the previous Mark II weapons, including stuff like thermal sights, which are very helpful, especially during nighttime and stuff, or if there's a lot of smoke in the area that you're in. I have the explosive round special ammo for it, which is just absolutely beastly. That's my go-to ammo for the heavy sniper. Basically, each time you shoot something, it has an explosive effect to it, so basically you can blow up a car with a sniper within just a few shots, sometimes in just one shot depending on how armored the vehicle or thing is. It is so strong, and if you hit your shots, this thing is gonna be an absolute beauty to use. If you put those explosive rounds on it, which are once again my absolute go-tos, if you happen to run out of ammo for the grenade launcher or RPG, you can literally use this to blow stuff up, which is pretty surprising considering this is actually a sniper rifle. Now continuing going in the loadout circle, I guess we can make a quick stop in the melee weapon section, which for that one I'd recommend the stone hatchet, which you actually need to unlock, so I do have a video on that if you want to go check it out. Basically it's a one-hit kill every single time. Going into shotguns now, the best shotgun is the assault shotgun. Honestly, I don't know why there's so much hype around like the pump shotgun and even the Mark II version of it. I think the regular assault shotgun is better than the Mark II pump shotgun. That's just my opinion. You're welcome to disagree with it, but the assault shotgun is just so good. It's got a very high fire rate. It's still semi-automatic, but it's like almost automatic. It's almost that fast. It has good damage for the fire rate, and when you put extended mags on it, it has 32 shots in each clip, which is a lot for a shotgun. Like, you're definitely gonna have a lot of time to shoot before you need to reload again. Highly recommend it. That's definitely the must-have shotgun to have. Going into explosives, there's a lot of different options since there's so many different types of explosive weapons like the grenade launcher, homing launcher, RPG, minigun. Actually, when I think about it now, it's kind of weird how the minigun is in the explosives category. Like, when you flip through the weapons, you're gonna eventually get the minigun after like the RPG and stuff, which are totally different weapons. The two must-haves I have for this one are the RPG number one, just the classic RPG, and the homing missile launcher, which can lock on to vehicles such as jets and land vehicles as well, obviously. Actually, I think this class is more heavy weapons rather than explosives, but I think it's just the vast majority is only explosives, and I think the minigun is like one of the only, if not the only, non-explosive. There isn't much more to explain about the RPG and the homing missile launcher. That's pretty much it. Now on to throwables. The best one is hands down the sticky bombs. It's been in the game since launch. The good old sticky bombs is probably the most loved throwable in the game. Like, everybody loves it. Like, come on, it's just iconic. When GTA comes up in your head, one of the main things you think about is sticky bombs. That's just how it is. Couple of good things about the sticky bomb. One, you can throw it really far away if you're in a vehicle. If you haven't noticed, when you're in a vehicle and you're trying to throw a sticky bomb, you are able to throw it so far, it's actually crazy. It's like you have the arm of Russell Wilson and Patrick Mahomes in a vehicle. Like, you can throw them ridiculously far. And also, if it wasn't obvious enough, they stick to whatever you throw them at. They're sticky bombs. Let me know if you have any personal must-haves that I haven't mentioned in this video. I did briefly mention the stone hatchet is the best melee weapon in the game, so if you want to see exactly how you can unlock it, click the video on screen now. I hope you all enjoy that video, and peace.